Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take information, stacks of it sometimes, and try to turn it into sharp knowledge for you. And today, we're diving into something really important, cholesterol testing. We're using a guide from the Blood Test UK website and focusing it right down for you, especially if you're in or around Stoke-on-Trent. The big idea here, what the source really flags, is this silent danger. Cholesterol, well, it doesn't often shout with symptoms, does it?
No, it really doesn't. It's sneaky.
Yeah.
But it can lead to, serious things like heart disease, strokes.
Especially within communities like in Stoke-on-Trent. So testing is, well, it's the only real way to know what's going on inside.
Exactly. And that brings us straight to probably the biggest benefit, catching it early detection. Why is that so crucial?
Well, knowing early means you can actually do something, right? Simple things.
Simple things, precisely. The guide points out that knowing your numbers lets you make kindly changes. Maybe eating a bit differently, walking a little more.
Small adjustments.
Small adjustments that can genuinely improve how long you might live and lower the risk of those big health scares. It's about getting some control before problems really start.
Okay, that makes sense. And the Blood Test UK guide, it gives specifics on how often you should be thinking about this, doesn't it?
It does. For younger adults, it might be, say, every 4 to 6 years. But there's a key point for older people.
Right, I saw that for people 70 and over.
Yes, 70 plus, the advice is definitely an annual check every single year. The risks they increase naturally then.
So more frequent checks become really important, which leads to the next question. Okay, how easy is it for you living in Stoke-on-Trent to actually get this test done? Let's talk accessibility.
Good question. The Blood Test UK source actually paints a pretty accessible picture for Stoke-on-Trent. You've got a few solid options.
Like what?
Well, first, there are the NHS services. If you're eligible, it's free. You can usually get tested at your local GP surgery or, bigger places like the Royal Stoke University Hospital.
Okay, standard NHS route.
Right. But then there are quicker options too. Lots of local pharmacies now offer cholesterol testing, often just a quick finger prick test.
Oh, really? In the pharmacy?
Yeah, and they can often give you some immediate advice right there and then, which is pretty handy.
Definitely handy. And private clinics.
They're an option too, yes. If you want results very quickly, or maybe a more detailed panel sometimes, the source mentions costs usually running somewhere between 30 pounds and 100 pounds, roughly.
Got it. Okay, here's something practical the guide mentions. Fasting. You usually need to fast, meaning, not eat for 9 to 12 hours beforehand. Why is that so important? Seems a bit of a hassle.
It can feel like it, yeah, but it's critical for getting accurate results.
Yeah.
The test measures fats or lipoproteins in your blood.
Right.
And if you've just eaten, your levels will be temporarily higher because of digestion. Fasting means we measure your body's sort of baseline level without the food interfering. That gives the true picture.
Ah, I see. So it removes the noise from your last meal. Makes sense. Okay, let's talk about those results then. We always hear about good and bad cholesterol. Can we simplify that?
Let's try. So the test looks at different bits. LDL cholesterol, that's the one often called bad.
Why bad?
Because too much of it can, stick to the walls of your arteries.
Yeah.
Like gunk in a pipe, basically. It can clog them up over time.
Not good. And HDL.
HDL, that's the good one. Think of it as the cleanup crew. It actually helps grab that bad cholesterol and take it away from the arteries back to the liver to be removed.
So you want low LDL and high HDL.
That's the general aim, yes. More the cleaner, less of the gunk.
And what's really interesting here, I think, is how just knowing your score can make a difference. The guide implies it's a real motivator.
Absolutely. When you see your number, maybe your HDL is a bit low, it can really push you to make those small changes we talked about, like adding more fiber to your diet or getting a bit more active.
Things that can actually boost that good HDL score?
Exactly. Simple things that directly help your body's natural cleanup system.
So tying it all together then.
Well, looking at the bigger picture, what the Blood Test UK information really shows is that regular testing isn't just, a one-off check. It's more like building a foundation.
A foundation for managing your health long-term.
Precisely. Proactive health management. And the key thing for people in Stoke-on-Trent is that this knowledge, this ability to test, it's local and it's accessible.
So the takeaway seems clear. The information's there. The tests are available right where you are in Stoke-on-Trent. It really boils down to taking that step. So here's a final thought, something for you to maybe mull over. How much impact could one simple early blood test truly have? Not just on your own life, but maybe even ripple outwards, affecting the overall health and well-being of the whole community in Stoke-on-Trent. That's something to think about.